I saw something freak out for a second. I got really confused.
What?
I saw something on my screen freak out. I got so scared.
Oh, Lord. We don't need any of that.
Yeah, so if we're a bit lower energy today, we've had a very stressful setup.
Oh, I'm not low energy. I'm filled with fucking energy. I had a low experiencing day. I did algebra the majority of my goddamn day. Ooh.
At least the tea's popped good.
At least the tea is popping nice. Oh, that's some a little bit of... There's some vapor coming out of here. Oh.
Did you just spill? Did it explode?
It didn't explode, but it did spill.
On the iPad?
Thankfully not. What is going on with this day?
No spilling occurred on
the iPad. What is going on with this day?
I spilled on my laptop. Oh no.
Did you?
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, Lord. Anyways.
All right. So before we get started, it is currently Saturday, November 7th at 5:13 p.m. We are recording this very late today.
We are recording this 3 hours than we normally do.
And I would like to, well, we don't normally talk about this kind of stuff, but I would like to give a big congratulations to our 46th president of the United States, Joe Biden, and the first black woman vice president.
Black, Asian? Is she?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
Anywho, a woman as a vice president, that's a big thing.
Vice president, you know. Congrats. Either way, moving on.
Congratulations, Kamala Harris.
Moving on. We don't want to talk about politics,
so
that's not this politics.
On my honor, as a Blade, this is the last time I will bring up KDA on this podcast.
Oh, God.
At least until more music comes out.
Oh, God. What happened now?
Okay, so I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
They dropped their debut EP.
Okay.
Bear in mind, keep this in mind. Ariana Grande, last week on October 28th, dropped her album.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think... Anyway, I have a question. Who do you think is sitting higher on the charts right now?
For music charts?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say...
Bear in mind, Ariana Grande has a full album, and this is just an EP.
Yeah, I just saw that, too. So, right now, I want to safe to say that Ariana Grande would be number one. Because, you know, Ariana Grande is like the pop beehive. You don't mess with the Ariana Grande stands. But, with you talking about KDA, I don't know. They do you think... Are they? Wait. I see Miley Cyrus on there.
They're not number one, but look. Do you see the order?
Am I supposed to be looking at songs, correct?
No. Look at number 3 and number 4.
Are you telling me Virtual Girls
with a
beating Ariana Grande
with a 5-track EP, two of which we've already heard. So technically, a 3-track EP is currently beating out Ariana Grande's full album.
Don't mess with the squad.
Don't mess with the Blades.
But I'm not coming after Ariana Grande stands. Please don't.
I'm not either.
But damn,
no, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. I just thought that was. These are fictional people, ladies and gentlemen.
These are. I don't want to say this wrong. Are they Korean, Japanese? What kind of pop are they?
Korean.
Korean?
Well, it bounces around because like half of the group are from a K-pop group, and then half of them are American singers.
Oh, okay. So, whatever the case is, a pop group,
a fictional pop group
that is like pseudo Gorillaz-esque type of group, fictional characters are on top of Ariana Grande
with only 3 songs.
That's unheard of.
That's
unheard of.
That's wild.
I would never expect Ariana Grande to be overlooked by fictional characters.
No, and the really weird thing is, as soon as the EP dropped, KDA jumped like 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. They were at 2.5 before, and then after, I think it was this morning, they were at like 3.8.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm checking really quick.
I'm currently trying to look up a list of one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. So excuse me if I'm MIA.
They're at 3.4, but don't.
Okay.
Just because they're a fictional group doesn't mean like the music is bad. Like the EP is actually very well produced.
Yeah.
Beautifully mixed, beautifully mastered.
Is it produced by? I just learned about this. This is a guy who is. He is a K-pop rapper, or he was. I don't know if he still is then. But he was a K-pop rapper, and he's now the producer for this K-pop group called Blackpink. And I saw the documentary on Netflix, the coming attraction for it. So was it produced by
The guy.
Teddy? I don't want to say Teddy Beck because that might be the left.
I can't say for sure. I would have to look at the.
Yeah.
I would have to look at the credits
But
later.
I have to find that out for myself. But the producer for Blackpink, I have not heard his stuff, but from his reputation, from what I've been seeing, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to look him up and research him a little bit more, and also listen to some of the tracks that he produced for Blackpink.
All right, that's it. On my honor as a blade.
All right. Well, what I got for today is a few things. One of them is a. Okay, there we go. That's the one I'm looking for right there. Excuse me if you get some sound. So currently, my week was consistent of just watching and really getting in tuned with this teen drama called Grand Army. It might not resonate because you might not have heard of it. I don't know when it came out. But this teen drama is like any other teen drama. Like, we've all seen it before, like, you know, with the sex, drugs, and drama with, oh, you sent the nudes, or, oh, there's some tea about me. Yeah, all that generic teen drama type stuff. But there was something about this show that drew me to it. Yeah, that drew me to it. And I couldn't really put my finger on it until my dad walked in and he was asking me, you know, the show's really dark. It's very serious. And then that's where it started to click for me, where I was just like, oh yeah, you're sort of right. Because Grand Army doesn't give me this vibe of like saying, what's a good teen drama that a lot of people...
A good one? Riverdale. Well,
I guess Riverdale, yeah. So like it has...
One of the more poppin' ones.
Yeah. So it's like one of those teen dramas, but it's not stupid. You don't get that idea of just like, oh, this is just foolishness or whatever. This show actually touches into stuff that are like, you know, what we're dealing with in this generation, in this day and age. And most importantly, it talks about subconsciously, it kind of has an underlying theme of racism, terrorist attacks, all kinds of social injustices in America. And so it kind of centers around these 5 main characters. And so you have Joey, who is a female empowerment spokesperson. Well, not really, but she's about that stuff. And she was a rape victim.
Oh.
So then you have Dominique, who is struggling with a lot of family issues because I think she's an immigrant, yeah. So I had to re-watch that and get that fact straight. But family issues that they're having some financial troubles. Sister gets into a working accident and they need to find money and stuff like that. All kinds of crazy stuff right there. And she's a hustler too. And then you have Layla, who is an adopted Chinese girl and also is Jewish because her parents are Jewish. Well, you got that look in your face.
No, I think that name like just triggered something in me. I think I have heard of this show.
Okay. But yeah, with her, she has like an identity crisis.
It's not on Netflix, is it?
It is.
Real? Hold on. I think I have seen this show.
Yeah. And then there's Sid, who is a senior who's trying to get enrolled into Harvard, and there's something that he's keeping inside of him.
I have heard of this show.
So you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
And there's something that he's keeping secret that he doesn't want to like get sent out, and I can't say what it is because, you know, it'll kind of spoil his entire story. And then there's Jason, who is a class clown, but sadly he's not the one that's going to get the last laugh because he got in trouble, and that resulted in his best friend also getting in trouble along with him. And then his best friend gets a short end of the stick and gets expelled, while his friend gets like, you know, a few weeks suspension.
Like a slap on the wrist, pretty much.
A little bit. But it goes along the lines of systemic racism, what goes on in his experience. But all in all, these characters have storylines that kind of like, brush against each other. It's not like that type of show where it has
It's
a
not
generic...
like they're all like woven together, but they do like interact in some way.
Yes, because they have their own path, they have their own dreams, own goals, and their stories do hit against each other, but it's an amplification to their specific path. So like say if Dominique and Jason were in the same room, they'll interact, they'll talk to each other, they'll have like one dramatic encounter, but it won't completely change the course of their, storyline. So it just enhances them. It's not that simple, like woven together type stuff. There is a part where they all kind of come together with Layla, because she's like the part that's kind of woven together, but that's like later on within the show, and you'll see what happens there. But there's a lot of really, really deep tones with this show that, has been told by us multiple times in every single teen drama we've seen. But it's just the tone and the way they portray it and the way they presented it, it makes it much more impactful and also more relatable, because you're going to tell me that I have to relate to a girl who is basically being like, tracked down by this serial killer who happens to be her dad. Like, I'm quoting Riverdale, like the Black Hood type stuff. And then like I have to worry about some dude dressing up as a
as a gargoyle.
Yeah.
And you have to worry about this game coming to life. Ooh.
Yeah, so like that's not relatable. That's just for entertainment. This show, I was entertained, but then I was also put in an uneasy feeling while I'm watching it. So having this experience while watching the show drew me more to what's the real idea of this? What are they trying to get at? So I think Grand Army has a lot of potential because they really leave you off with a huge cliffhanger in the end. So I think Grand Army is great. It's a pretty good show. It got 7.5 out of 10 stars in IMDb. And I would say that's a pretty acceptable.
That's pretty good.
And like, at the same time, this is a teen drama, and like not a lot of us want to remember our teen years. I'm still a teenager, but still, I act like I'm fucking 22 sometimes. But pretty decent show. I have to give it that. And there's a lot of things in there that I would say I would have taken much more serious now because of the show, because there's a lot of things you would overlook in your personal life that, you have been told multiple times where you just simply brushed off, and this show kind of circles it back around with you psychologically, and you're just like thinking about it twice now. So I think it's a really great learning experience too, because there's some pretty decent life lessons in there and a lot of hard decision making with that show. So Grand Army, great stuff.
Would you say it's as good or better than Riverdale Season 1? Riverdale Season 1 was great.
I don't really remember much of Riverdale Season 1, if I have to be completely honest.
If I had to sum up, like, compared to what Riverdale is now, that was like the most grounded, like just real season. Because it was plain and simple, just a murder mystery, like who killed Jason Blossom.
Yeah.
And it was just like these kids who were trying to uncover the truth while still being kids.
Yeah.
But would you say is the show grounded, is what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, the show is grounded, I will say that for sure, because they still had that same idea of, them trying to transition into adulthood and then try to still be kids. Because there's a lot of adult situations that they're put in. Mm-hmm. I would say I'm more towards Grand Army being better, only by a slight margin, because I don't know much about Riverdale Season 1. I remember I did like Riverdale Season 1, but I would say Grand Army because, one, it's fresh in my mind, and also, two, it's a little bit more realistic than what Riverdale's going on.
Than what Riverdale has become.
Yeah.
I really can't speak today. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait. I think I got a burp coming on.
That was pathetic.
That was so pathetic. I felt much bigger like when it was coming up.
All right. Well, tomorrow really is kind of a big day for both of us. Ruby Volume 8.
Oh, is it coming out tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Well, for first members. For the general public, we have to wait until next week.
Oh, that's whack.
I know.
What the hell?
Rooster Teeth, what are you doing? We just want to see it too.
Rooster Teeth, we're not growing money out of our trees, especially now in this time period. Come on now.
No, but for Volume 8, this is like one of the not even one of the only times. This is one of the times where I'm genuinely not excited for a volume. Mainly because like the marketing wasn't there. Like with volume 4 and 5, we got we got the short trailers, we got build up. This one we didn't really.
We got that one snippet in I think it was June.
Yeah, we got the one trailer and then that was it.
Yeah.
And that was it until November.
And then as soon as you sent me that Twitter video, that's when I was just like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, oh shit, Ruby's back.
Yeah. So it felt sudden.
Mm-hmm. And then with the volume 8 intro, we talked about this a bit beforehand, but that wasn't it.
No,
that wasn't it.
It's like how you said it. It just didn't sync right.
It didn't click.
It didn't not click. Because when the music started playing, I was just like, oh, okay, it's cool.
It's kind of vibing.
The animation, the things that were going on, great. It looks good, and the words that you mentioned, "Happy Never After." Mm-hmm. No, I got questions about that, low key.
I'm mildly confused and concerned because Case has said this volume is going to be dark. So, with Happy Never After, and the ending frame where it's just Ruby Scythe and the. Are y'all gonna kill my girls? Don't do that.
I mean, there has been theories about Juniper having whole
their
deaths because of their names and also a lot of
their inspirations.
So it could be that, but I think it might be more towards someone that's we know close and personally. Maybe.
I don't want to see that.
We're gonna have to see it anyways because we love the show too damn much.
We do. All I know is if it's gonna be anything like Volume 3, it's gonna break my heart.
It might come to that.
It's gonna shatter me in a million pieces. I'm still trying to recover from Pyrrha. That was bad.
I think we all are. I don't think anyone has recovered from it still. If you have, then I don't know how you have a soul.
If you have, I applaud you. Good for you. But
you have no soul.
No, what that did, just quite literally, just Cinder reached in my chest, took my heart, pulled it out, and crushed it.
Mm-hmm. Literally what fucking Kabuto did with... Oh, wait, that was a Kabuto. That was a different ninja that was working for the... I just got into Naruto, so bear with me here.
Naruto.
But either way, I think this might be just as dark as Season 3, but I don't know. They might bring down the hammer on this one, actually, if I had to backtrack into it. And I think they might have a little bit of backstory to what happened to Ruby's mother.
Yeah, no, I see that too.
Because maybe Happy Never After could be something that's going to be influenced in the future, something that happened in the past. And yeah, actually might have something to do with Crow, if you think about it, because Crow has been off his rock recently.
No, now that, not Crow, now that what's his name? Clover. Now that Clover's gone, I feel like Crow's going to go back. Not back to his old ways, not to his drinking, but I feel like he's going to start to let loose a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. Because, first off, Crow, you're a big idiot. Because what the hell in your right mind would think, oh yeah.
Yeah, let's even put the villain.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Who has, not tried to kill you once, but twice.
But 4 times.
Oh, 4 times? No way.
It was a lot of times.
It was a lot of times, but, and most importantly, that dude was a psychopath.
Yeah. If the laugh didn't clue you in.
Come on now.
Bruh.
Crow, what were you doing? That was the biggest, WTF moment when watching that scene, for sure.
What?
Because, I'm hold up, but I thought that was your boy. And in what world do you think he's gonna let him live? So, all in all, yeah, if this had to go into a dark route, I think it would be centered around Crow and Ruby, for sure. And hopefully... I don't think Weiss or Blake or...
The Schnee family is definitely getting dragged into this.
Yeah.
If the whole, Winter and Weiss crossing paths...
Yeah.
And the Schnee siblings, shattering.
Mm-hmm. I think Winter might have something to do with it. I think Weiss might be fine, but I think Winter might have something...
No, not Winter.
Who knows?
The Schnee family is, my favorite part of Ruby, and I don't want to see it. Well... Mainly just Weiss and Winter.
Yeah, everyone else can go burn hell.
Everyone else can go free.
Well, except for Mom. Mama's struggling.
Mama's struggling.
Yeah,
but
she's having a hard time.
Whitley can go just fuck off.
Yeah, Whitley can go, and his dad...
Jacques can go fuck off.
Yeah, Jacques can go throw himself with a bunch of freaking Grim.
Get eaten.
Yeah, I just don't like the Schnee family. Well, the Schnee... Mainly it's just the boys. if you think about it. Because we're chill with Weiss, Winter, and Mom, but we hate the...
Mom is more a victim than anything.
She is, and sadly, she can't really
do anything about it.
Do anything, because I think she has, but I think she's so scared of like the outcome of it really destroying the family because it's already so divided.
It's already it's already pretty torn apart.
But I want to know when I can get my boy Neptune and Sun back. That's what I want. I want them to come back.
I do too. No, I do too.
They've been MIA since what, season 5?
Not so much Sun. Neptune has been MIA since like season 3.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And he hasn't spoken since like... Because there was a time when he was like a complete mute. Like he didn't say anything at all.
I think that was like season 1, but...
I mean, yeah, he's spoken like in season 3 or 4.
No. I mean, to which I kind of understand, because the voice of Neptune like actually writes for the show. He's a producer on the show, so he probably has like too much on his plate. Mm-hmm. But no, I would love to see that team come back.
Oh, that's much better. That was a oh shit. Why am I burping today? What the hell's going on?
I think it's the little can.
Yeah, little can. So Kaine got me a little can because
he never finishes it.
No, it's a lot, okay, and I can only drink so much. I have a very small
bladder.
I don't want to say bladder because I drink a lot of water every day. For some reason, I don't know. For just when it comes to the Arizona, I want to finish it, but then I'm just like, but the little one, I think this will work. But no, the little one's packing some heat because this is the most I burp in a long time with the like a Arizona, which no, this is green tea with honey. Yeah.
Just same flavor, just smaller. It's a little dink.
Yeah, a little dink. All right. Anything you got?
You're gonna be very proud of me.
Oh boy.
I've started playing a Souls type game. It's called Code Vein.
I've never heard of it.
Well, I don't blame you. Imagine if Nier, anime, Dark Souls, and like maybe a bit of like steampunk had like this weird
baby.
Had like this weird child. That would be Code Vein.
Huh.
Like. The game isn't as hard as Dark Souls because it gives you like a ton of abilities to work with, and it gives you a partner.
Oh so, wow!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But for every partner, no, like you can have a partner, the enemies just double. So for every one enemy you face, if you have a partner, there's 2.
And so when you have 2, there's 4, and there's 4, there's 5, and so on.
No, luckily they only give you the one partner, so...
Oh, okay, good.
Not to, like, overwhelm you. No, but the game is very, very equal, and just, like, for every time you level up, so do the enemies.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. I mean, I'm still on Sekiro, but I've been off it because I've been grinding a while, but I did manage to beat one of the bosses.
Did you at least beat that one boss you've been stuck on?
Which one was it?
I don't remember which one it is.
Oh, yeah. Like, I beat one of the bosses that I was stuck on. It's just a guy with a giant fucking spear, and he's horrible with this gosh darn, like, puncture attacks, and I can't handle him. Oh. But I finally found an attack that got me to have the edge on him, and I beat him, thank God.
No, one thing I really like about Vayne is that one thing it does, a lot of Souls-type games don't, it gives you, like, a parry function.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the...
No, that's actually very effective, because if you...
No, it can be.
What?
Like, the parrying, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, because if you can get a parry, you can pretty much just one-shot an enemy, and like, yes! Die!
Yeah. With Sekiro, it was more towards blocking. Then there's Bloodborne, the Souls games, and I don't know about Demon Souls. I don't know how that works, because that's one of the new games that are coming out that I want to play.
I mean, Demon Souls isn't new.
No, it's old, but like it's one of the...
It's not new, it's just...
upcoming games.
It was Dark Souls before Dark Souls was Dark Souls.
Yeah, but you have Dark Souls and Bloodborne that are more based on dodging, and then you have Sekiro that's more on blocking and somewhat parrying, because you can like hit the block button like at a little tiny window that they give you, and it gives you like an insta kill or like a lot of damage or a guard break, which give you time to do more damage. But my big question is, how many times have you lost? How many times do you see that game over screen?
Oh no, it doesn't give you a game over. It's just like, okay, you died, spawn you back at the nearest checkpoint.
Really?
Yeah. You lose all your souls, but not your souls. Well, in the game they're called blood points.
Like
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, because I think they call them blood shards or Blood Echoes. That's what they're called. Blood Echoes. But honestly,
you just die and you spawn back in the nearest checkpoint.
it's a good start. It's a good start for the Souls games because you'll know how it really feels like when you're playing a Souls game when you see that game over screen every time you die. Trust me, if you think you spawning back is bad, like you just literally having game over, you lose brandish on your face, you're just like, oh fuck you too, game.
Well then, you can go screw yourself.
Exactly, but still, it's a good start.
And one
I'm
thing,
glad you're into
another
it.
thing that I like about Vayne that Souls doesn't have, it actually has like a good character creation.
Oh, nice.
Because like like in Dark Souls, like oh you can make this character,
Yeah.
but we're also gonna make you like dead, and the only way you can look like your normal self is if you offer us human shards. That's not the case with Code Vein. You just make the character. There you go. That's what you look like.
Nice.
And
I dig it.
it's also anime style.
I have to check it
The
out.
waifus.
Oh lord.
No.
The waifus. Why does it always have to be the waifus?
They're all vampires. So, well, they're revenants, but
So they're supernatural beings that have the ability to drink blood.
yes,
So vampires.
they're called revenants in the game. Who's timeout?
So vampires.
You know what? Sure.
Because you're not gonna come at me with them not being called vampires, because that's literally someone coming up to me saying, "Oh, they're bounce. You know, they suck the life out of souls of people, and they do it to last eternal life. So they're vampires that just suck souls instead of blood."
I mean, I think that's another creature, but
I mean, if you have to come up to my neck by seducing me, that's vampires like tactics 101. Like attractive, seducing, goes for the neck to do the kill, uses other life forces to enhance your internal life. That's vampire by the book.
oh yeah, Code Vein, go play it. And no, it's actually pretty fun too.
So how far are you in?
Not very. Mainly because the game is like a labyrinth.
Oh, so they don't give you any instructions
No,
where
that's
to go.
one thing I really don't like about Souls games. They don't give you any direction. They just like drop you in. Okay, there you go.
Have fun.
If you die, okay, you'll just be back here.
Yep. Did you find any checkpoints? That's actually really the only markers you get.
No, yeah, you find checkpoints.
Okay.
Well,
Quote unquote.
no, there are two
checkpoints.
types of checkpoints. There's the map markers,
Okay.
and then there's like the blood missiles, where like you can actually like they're kind of like the campfires in Dark Souls.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. So I mean, I would say word of advice for those Souls games: don't be afraid to go anywhere. Like if you see something that looks sus, go straight in, because most importantly, it's gonna benefit you in the future.
Don't be afraid to go anywhere, or be afraid to go anywhere. Not,
Don't be
or
afraid to
just
go
be
anywhere.
cautious wherever you're going. Because I have had enemies drop down from the roof, be like, okay, enemy drop down, back you go.
Oh, buddy, that's not even the half of it, my guy. Because at least on the bright side, you have the luxury of having the anime wows and wonders that drop in on you.
No, it's not anime wows and wonders. It's like just a pile of sludge.
Oh, just sludge? My guy, you don't even know the half of it. I'll tell you my experience with Bloodborne. I'm walking through a hallway. I see a giant oval silhouette in front of me. I'm just like,
It's an eye.
oh, it's not an eye.
Oh.
It's not an eye. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna walk on over and just mind my business. It's like a little cool like fork in the road. I'll just go left. So I get to the fork in the road. I go left. Dead end. I walk over to the right. Dead end. I look back in the tunnel. And I was just like, fuck it. What's it gonna do to me? Run me over?
Did it run
Exactly
you over?
what it did. It was a giant boar that fits the entire arc. So I was screwed.
No, I hate it.
And then, second time in Bloodborne, when I got bamboozled, I was running through an area that was way above my health, like, level, and I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna go exploring. I feel curious. As I'm running around, I go into this little cathedral, right? So you know those games where you just feel like, you know, this is where a boss is about to come out.
Yeah.
Like, empty space, no one's there, music just suddenly drops, there's no atmosphere, just silence. So I'm just like, okay, this is sus.
This is a boss fight.
So all I saw was a cathedral, a little podium, and a door. So I just like, you know, just casually walked over to the door. I was gonna open it, and out of nowhere, a giant ghost grabs me.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about this.
Yeah, looks at me, squishes me, and then it was my game over.
Oh, tragic.
That was Bloodborne. Sekiro, this is one, very funny. I was on a rooftop. I was fighting like all these weird, crazy like nightjar warriors. I think that's what they might be called. And these guys mimic birds, right? So as I'm on the roof, I'm walking over to get into the next area. I start hearing like a, and it's like slowly getting louder and louder. I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck is? Where is that coming from? And the next thing I know, I see a nightjar warrior coming from the sky and slashes me, and then I take damage, fall down off the roof, and take fall damage, and I get shanked up by a bunch of samurai.
Oh, I hate it.
So when you just say you got hit by sludge, be thankful that it's just sludge, because it can be much worse in these games.
I'm sure it probably will get worse. I'm very, very early. Mainly because I don't know where to go.
You gotta just keep traveling.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta keep traveling. That's the one thing I can tell you. But I will say this: early games are the best part, because this only gets more frustrating from there.
Mm-hmm. I would say
I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're getting into Soul games.
I'm trying it.
I will say I believe that's what video games should be, because it should be a game that you literally have to work towards and actually makes you feel like you progress.
I like the challenge. I just don't like. Okay, like for the original Dark Souls, for example, that game gave you nothing.
Oh no.
No indication, no nothing. Just like even in the beginning, you were in a cell. You walked down the hallway mainly because that's the only way. That's the only place you could go.
Yep.
And you just kept going on this path, not knowing where you're going, until you just got to the end of the game on your quest through the.
If you even want to call it a quest, if you think about it, because that's just
like I hate when games are like a wild goose chase.
A little bit, yeah. I get it.
No, because like the original Dark Souls gave you no objective, no nothing, and you were just sent on your way. And then when you got to the end, like, oh, that's the end. Okay.
Yeah, it just raised more questions than answers when you're playing Dark Souls. Bloodborne, it kind of gives you a little bit.
Bloodborne gives you a little bit more, but not much.
Not much, because they give you the idea of like, oh, you're a hunter. And, like, you're supposed to be hunting down monsters. So I was like, all right, cool. My job is to kill the monsters and save the village. Great. There's definitely a lot more in there. So that's only, like, the tip of the iceberg for Bloodborne. But I digress. Stories are going to be very lackluster because they do that on purpose.
Code Vein has a story.
It's great.
No, which I do like. Because, so it's like all the checkpoints are, like, they're things like blood springs. Basically, blood is a very scarce resource in that world.
It's like desert-like, or
no? It's like just a ruined city.
Oh, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
cool.
So blood is a very scarce resource, and it comes from these things called like blood springs. And what?
First off, ale. Second off, ow. Third thing, what?
So basically, you're just like trying to find more blood springs.
It's
a very simple story, but just.
So you can keep boosting your eternal life. I get it. Nice.
Well, I don't know if that's the case yet. I haven't gotten there.
Well, either way, if they're vampires and they're looking for blood, that's what I think.
They're revenants.
If it tries to seduce me, if it tries to go for my neck,
they don't try to
my life force.
They don't try to seduce you, but they are very attractive.
And I said this the first time. If they're attractive and they try to seduce me and they try to suck my blood or anything, my life force, for their own life force, they are fucking vampires.
If it looks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
It's definitely a duck. Like, that's me. That's you telling me. Well, okay, hold on. Because if I saw a Wendigo and a werewolf, and Wendigos and werewolves, their food source is the same. A werewolf will eat anything. Same does a Wendigo, but it's coming from two different mythological backgrounds. Because a Wendigo is Native American, and where did the werewolf come from?
Good question.
I want to say European, lichen.
I want to say like German, European, something around there.
Somewhere in European, because I don't want to go into specifics. But I do know the Wendigo is a Native American folklore. But, either way, mythology's great. We have a whole other podcast on that.
We could.
All right, so anything else before I go off on my team?
I had a thing about Mando, but let's go somewhere else before we talk about Mando.
Oh, okay. So I got right here is a list of all the things coming up for 2021, because 2020 is coming to an end because we're at November.
Thank the Lord.
We're gonna have to do a huge bleep, but that is super relatable. I know this year has been rough for all of us, but either way, gotta keep trying.
2020 like sprinkled in a few wins here and there. Well, a few not wins, but like a few good moments here and there. But like no, it's just been
in a nutshell.
Oh my god. So what you got?
What is with all these burps? I want to burp, but I can't burp, and then when I don't want to burp, I do burp. Anyways, moving on. So, some of these lists here, a couple of these movies I'm actually really excited for, and some of them I did not expect to be coming back. So you have right here A Quiet Place 2, Fast and Furious 9, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Venom Let There Be Carnage, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Top Gun.
Wait. Oh, time out. Multiverse of Madness is coming in 21.
It's probably coming out in 2022. I do not know why they have that in the title.
I would say 2020.
No, this says in 2021 and beyond, we can't wait for.
I was about to say.
Okay, good. Yeah, that makes more sense now. So yeah, you have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and then you have Top Gun Maverick, which I was really excited to see, which I am really excited to see. And Godzilla vs. Kong, another thing I'm extremely excited to see.
Yeah.
What? The kaiju? Come on, you gotta admit, that second Godzilla movie was freaking fire.
What was that? Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Yeah.
It was okay.
What? Dude, that shit was hot the chain, bro. Anyways, there's Spider-Man 3, of course, we all know that. Then there's Morbius, which I kind of forgot about.
Yeah, I did too. And even before then, Morbius looked okay.
Who's playing as Morbius?
Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That's kind of weird. You have Jared Leto as Morbius and the Joker?
I mean, Morbius is Marvel, not DC.
I know, but still. It's going to be odd for me because I'm going to remember Joker's face with Morbius. This is going to be the second character. This is going to be the second character that Jared Leto plays, and he has pale skin. It's just, except he has less tattoos, or no tattoos, and he has fangs and red eyes.
And he looks, yeah.
And he has longer hair.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't slap women or disrespects them.
Not
Jared Leto.
That we know of.
Just like, the character he was playing as, the Joker. Not Jared Leto. Jared Leto probably respects women.
Moving on.
Mission Impossible 7 and 8. Now that I'm kind of shook by because
7 and 8. Wow.
Tom Cruise, yeah, old dude.
Damn, chill.
And you're still going. Go on, dude.
I mean, I might just go to the. Hold on.
Are you trying to burp too?
Yep. No, there it is.
See what's going on with these drinks.
Right.
These drinks are making us burp today.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, I might go see Mission Impossible just for Henry Cavill. Love that man.
He's gonna be in Mission Impossible?
I mean, he was in a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Mission Impossible Fall. He was in like the last 2 of them.
Huh. I think I never seen those ones. Because I remember seeing the Mission Impossible.
Hold on. Do you remember Superman's CGI'd face in Justice League? That's why they had to CGI his face, because he was trying to grow a beard for Mission Impossible.
Got it. Wait, they CGI'd his face?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
From
Justice League.
They CGI'd it? When the hell did that happen?
Keep going. Hold on.
Yeah, so, and also we got Thor, Love, and Thunder, and I got some major tea for the Marvel Cinematic Universe involving Thor for this next thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, do you see it? Look at the bottom half of his face. Doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't look right at all. Nope. Weird. And we have, this is the best thing that's coming out later on in the future. The Matrix 4. So hyped for that. And then there's...
Quick side note about Matrix 4. One of the... Do you know Jessica Hennick? She was Colleen Wing in the Iron Fist.
In the Iron Fist. Trying to think of the person that was in that movie. Because I know... Was it Denzel Washington in that movie? No.
This girl.
Yeah.
She was cast in Matrix 4, and she's like petitioning for like Jess Wick to be a thing.
Jess Wick?
Yeah.
Like as in John Wick's...
Oh, I know. Wait, am I thinking of the right movie?
Like John Wick has a kid?
Oh, now I don't know if I'm thinking of the right movie, because I don't remember now. Damn it.
Hold on.
I think Keanu Reeves, and I just...
Wait a minute. Jess Wick? Hold on. Don't scare me like that. Because if John Wick got busy with his wife or someone else and has a kid and we don't know about it?
What? No, you said The Matrix, and I'm not sure why. I just went to John Wick. Probably just Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. And
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, Matrix.
No, Keanu Reeves is not Neo. He's not John Wick. Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves.
I mean,
Keanu Reeves is not Johnny Silverhand. He is Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves will always be Neo to me. I'm sorry. That was my fucking idol. Like I want to be like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Nice,
you want to be like Keanu
awesome.
Reeves, not Neo.
But I was introduced to Keanu Reeves by Neo. And I love Neo. And by seeing Neo and seeing Keanu Reeves, I was like, great. But he will always be Neo in my eyes. I want to be like Keanu Reeves. But when I see Keanu Reeves, I think to myself, that's Neo. He's my boy from The Matrix. I digress.
No, I didn't mean to throw you off that tangent. Just
No, because that's like my entire childhood right there. Matrix 1, 2, and 3. Sad to say, number 2. But wait, wasn't 3 bad?
yeah,
also,
wasn't 2 like the best one?
yeah. I always get my numbers mixed up with these goddamn movies. It might have been 2. Yeah, it was definitely 2. It's for sure was 2 because it was Matrix Reloaded, and then Matrix 3 came around. And I was just like, oh yeah,
This was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. But that one fight scene with Agent Anderson, not Agent Anderson. What was his freaking name? But in that rain and everything, in like the huge giant battle that they had in that little abandoned town, I thought that was really sick. Mm-hmm. But anyways, a few more movies coming soon. So last 4 on the list, The Eternals. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really have a good idea what The Eternals are.
I don't either.
So
no, this next phase of the MCU, aside from Thor: Love and Thunder, I have no idea what it's going to be like.
Yeah. So with that being said, I have to do my research on the Eternals, so that's something I can look into. Next movie is Into the Spider-Verse 2. So
Oh my god.
that's gonna be fun.
That's probably what I'm most excited for.
That's gonna be
Spider-Verse
fun.
2.
Yeah.
That's going to be. Please bring my boy Yuri in. Bring in Spider-Man PS4, please.
Woohoo! Wait.
Bring in my boy Yuri.
Wait. Oh man. I'm sorry. Because this next thing I wanted to talk about and bring up is like absolutely insane. Because when you brought that up, it just got my mind running. So I'll further elaborate it later. But then last 2 movies, The Flash and Aquaman 2.
Flash doesn't look good. I'm being completely honest.
I have not seen the coming attraction
No.
for The Flash. So
No, just they're doing another Flashpoint story, which we've seen that arc so many times, and it just
they're doing a Flashpoint.
they're doing another Flashpoint story.
Why? We don't need any more
Just- we
Flashpoint
don't-
stories.
Just they keep digging, they just keep hammering that one in, and it's, there are so many other stories you could tell with the Flash.
Dude,
Why keep doing Flashpoint?
there's so many. Do what fucking CW did with the season 3 of the TV show The Flash with Zoom. That was by far the best live action Flash adaptation I've ever seen.
No, that and I feel like people. Well, this is just my experience. I don't really like Ezra Miller's Flash. He's not Barry Allen. He's more of a Wally West.
I can see it. Because, like, I don't know, because seeing him, it felt like the way I felt when seeing Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Like, you could see it being, like, you know, Spider-Man, but it's not
quite there.
And so that's the same way with this Flash.
It's like, no, he is that character, but he's the wrong version of that character.
Yeah.
If Andrew was like the older Peter Parker, then yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, that'll be somewhat.
No, but if Ezra was playing like Wally West, then yeah, I would have no problem. But just
yeah. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't Ezra's idea. Well, I don't know whose idea.
no, it wasn't Ezra's idea. It was
the thing that was like, you know, him running like as if he's like freaking flailing his arms around. Like, I get the idea when he runs, it's like he's throwing lightning, but come on. as a track, like, ex-track runner, I don't even think that's even a term. Or as someone who has done track, that's kind of annoying to me. Because...
I'm just imagining that, like, whoop.
Like, it's not as bad as, like, the freaking Devilman run, where they literally do a swimming technique as they're running, which is atrocious. But if my old track coach had seen any of that, he would have lost his shit. So seeing the Flash,
Alan, get your ass over here! What are you doing? That's the wrong technique.
right? Like seeing the Flash, like someone that a lot of track stuff, like track runners have idolized or have taken inspiration from, because fastest man alive. Who knows? Just him running like that, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
it looks weird.
That was a no. I remember watching that and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I remember watching that and Jess was like, what are you doing, dog?
It's like, it looks like you're trying to grab everything off the shelf on a treadmill while trying to run away from your mom while she has like one of those pet leashes on your back. So you're just like... And I'm just like, dude, run like a normal person, please. Like, I get it, you have superpowers, but you don't need to flex with your horrible freaking technique trying to get around the place. Gosh darn.
Ugh. All right, now, was that all of them?
Yeah, that's all the movies that Looper has on the list. But, I mean, I want to talk about more for a few of these movies. So, A Quiet Place Part 2. Elaborate what you want. Well, not elaborate. Tell me how you feel about A Quiet Place in general, and then go on to the next movie coming.
I've never actually seen it.
No way.
Mm-mm.
It's actually one of the horror movies I think you would enjoy, because it's not really much of a horror movie, it's a thriller.
Okay.
So I think you would enjoy that for sure. And A Quiet Place, think of it as Alien, but no sound.
Wow.
Because the entire point of for most part, but for A Quiet Place, there is a for A Quiet Place, about that movie is that the threat in their world is that if you ever make a sound, then they're gonna kill you.
Oh.
So they're very sound sensitive alien-like creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to traverse around the world and to get around, they have to make no sound and speak in sign language or whisper.
Oh wait, I think I have seen this movie. It's like the family that lives in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have seen it.
Yeah.
So Quiet Place 2.
I don't know.
Anticipating it?
I don't
What do
know.
you think about it?
I don't know how they can top the first one.
I mean, they're going outside of the house, so that's one thing that we can look forward to. And they're going to elaborate more on what happened when they were introduced
Like
to
what
these creatures.
what brought the creatures in.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go see it. Just
Mm-hmm.
I really don't see how they can top the first one, because that one was just so innovative.
Mm-hmm.
Like a movie with hardly any dialogue. I don't think any dialogue. Was there any dialogue?
Barely any dialogue. Like there was like a couple scenes where they start whispering, and then one scene where there's like a few screams here and there, but all in all, there's little to no dialogue. Mm-hmm. And most of them, they would be, I think they had closed captions for a few of them when they were speaking sign language, because they have a daughter, that could not, hear properly because she had a hearing aid and everything, so she was deaf. So they had to speak sign language regardless. So that's one thing. But what do you think for them actually leaving the house and then traversing through a torn and battered world, and where anything can literally go wrong, like absolutely anything?
Well, it makes for a good story.
Yeah, because you have this whole entire world that's in complete silence, which I can never see that happen.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
So just
just imagine the world is so quiet you could hear a pin drop around the world. Imagine how scary that would be.
No, that's horrible, because a single pin drop will mean your ass right there. Because if you simply drop something, then there's gonna be like two of those freaking fuckers coming at you and just
you're dead.
So either way, I would like to see what they would do with that. So that's one thing. Oh, now I don't want to get in Fast Furious 9 because that's like,
it's just
water under a bridge. So, but either way, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. What you got for that?
Unpopular opinion, somewhat popular opinion. The first Venom was just okay.
I can somewhat agree with that because I like Venom, but
I liked it.
I can
liked
see
it. Did I think it was a good movie? Not really.
It's one of the better movies that isn't Spider-Man, and that's Sony. I mean,
No, but for
Miles Morales, like Into the Spider-Verse, is a Sony movie. Don't get me wrong; it's one of the better ones, the best ones. But something that isn't centered around Spider-Man, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, no, but for the sequel, I feel like Carnage. They should have brought him in Venom instead of Riot. Which no, to be honest, it's kind of a catch-22 because on the one hand, Riot introduced Riot to the movies, but they could have done that for the sequel, and just here. What I'm trying to say is they could have used Carnage to bring in the initial audience and then trailed off from there. Yeah. Instead of using Riot from the get-go and then trailing into the familiar faces.
Yeah, because kind of riding off of Venom in general is gonna get a lot of attention. But I see what you mean. If they want to get more traction, bring in Carnage and Venom into the same movie, and then later on with all that.
Those are the two more popular symbiotes aside from Spider-Man symbiote. But
no. And then if you want to get deep into the huge fandom and also the huge family tree created by Venom, you got Toxin too, because Toxin is a really big component within the symbiote family when it comes to Venom, because the top 3 would be Toxin, Carnage, and Venom. Mm-hmm. And so I believe that, I think it was good in a choice in strategically not to use Carnage right off the get-go.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they want to release all the stuff that they have in their pockets just yet. But I get what you're saying with the whole thing going on with them using Riot, because no one knows who Riot was, because I had no idea who Riot was. Mm-hmm. And I had to look it up and find out that Riot was, I think it was Venom's brother, or that could be his kid too. I don't know for sure. But all I do know is that if I had no idea who Riot was, since I had no idea who Riot was, it didn't resonate well with me when it came to the final battle, but still, I was there for Venom.
Yeah.
So that's what they kind of was riding on when creating the movie.
So we've talked about this before. The way they introduced Carnage, I did not like that at all.
It was kind of sudden. It was kind of lackluster, too.
It was just it was so cheesy, too.
Yeah.
Who was it? Eddie? Eddie went to go visit Cletus Cassidy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just... Number 1, why would he want to go visit him?
And also the wig is horrible.
Yeah, number 2, he's clearly wearing a wig.
He's so wearing a wig.
Number 3, all I know is there's gonna be carnage. That's so cheesy.
Cheesy.
Just
get me a Mycin so I can have him kick out this cheese, bro.
Did not like that at all.
Oh my goodness, it's so disgusting. It's why would anyone want to listen to that? Why didn't anyone want to have that in my freaking screen? Why am I talking like this? But I can definitely agree with you. It was very cheesy because I felt that huge cringe coming in, and I was just like,
eee.
And especially with the wig. Oh man,
yeah,
that wig did not look good. And I think because there was a lot of people who were asking for a recast, weren't they? Or they wanted someone different, or they believed someone better.
I don't know. We'll find out when Carnage finally comes out.
Mm-hmm. I got nothing against what's his name? Woody?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody. I got nothing against Woody Harrelson because I like Woody Harrelson. I've seen his movies in Zombieland and and Love and Monsters with Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah, love the guy.
Yeah, great actor.
Just doesn't fit the character.
I think they just need to remove the wig. I think.
Yeah.
If they remove the wig, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or maybe they would do something with his hair, dye it. Or try and do something to make it seem like he has red hair. Than just giving him a wig and just
there you go.
Exactly.
Out you go.
It's there you go. Cletus Cassidy, put some makeup on, you're good. And that wouldn't really work for me if you just did it like that. But if you actually made it seem like he had his red hair, but coming into age, he doesn't have it. I think it'd just be a little bit easier on the eyes when seeing Cletus Cassidy because I knew they were trying to be relevant to the source material. Because I think Cletus Cassidy had wavy, curly-ish hair.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they would decide to do that, but I don't know. It didn't seem right to me.
Didn't click.
It didn't seem click. Okay. Oh, Now, we already talked about a lot about Doctor Strange, but I want to talk about Top Gun Maverick. Have you seen the Top Gun movie?
Mm-mm.
Really good and classic. 80s, I think it came around there. It's basically I'm trying to find the right word. Not outlandish, but like, guy that doesn't go by the rules. Air Force fighter pilot. And his code name is Maverick. Oh, I think his name might be Maverick. It's been a while since I've seen Top Gun. But it's a really good Air Force movie that I think you would enjoy for sure.
And you said this came out in the 80s?
This came out in the 80s.
Now
and this is a sequel
my
to that. And guess who's starring in that movie?
Who?
Tom Cruise. But no, this man is doing the exact same thing that he did in the 80s, but just much older now. And so I don't know exactly for the plot, but I thought you might knew about Top Gun because, I'm young, I'm a goober, but still, I think I'm pretty excited for Top Gun Maverick to come out because I enjoyed the Air Force movie because I used to want to go to the Air Force while I was in high school. But
Now, wait, this is a sequel?
This is a sequel.
And the original came out in the 80s?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's... If not, it will probably be 40 years old. Do not know for sure. Hold on. Let's find that out. So let's go here.
Wow.
Top Gun. 1986.
Wow.
So it's currently 34 years old. That's pretty damn old. Actually, no, wait. It's 36. No, I was right. 34, right? 34 years old.
Hold on, came out in
'Cause
86.
It's currently 2020.
It's 2020. So 2026, that'd be 40 years.
And take down...
Take down 4 after that, so it's 30... Wait. 2026, that's 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Take 4 after that, 4 off from that.
That'll be 2022.
Okay.
No, it's 30 years old. Wait.
Whatever.
Whatever. But it's old. That's what we do know.
I failed math, so...
Math is there. Math is there for me. But either way, yeah, that was one thing. And we already talked about Godzilla and Kong. We already know how you felt about that. Now, we already talked about The Matrix, Aquaman 2. I was okay with Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Aquaman, the first one.
Aquaman.
I thought it was fun. It was one of the better DC movies.
Yeah.
My parents, although they beg to differ, they actually did not like Aquaman.
I thought it was okay.
Like, I thought it was one of the better ones during the time period. Because,
Like, not as good as Shazam, but not as bad as Suicide Squad.
Yeah, not as bad as Suicide Squad, because Suicide Squad was pretty bad. It's good, but it's still bad. And then you have Shazam, and I thought Shazam was pretty great. I think Shazam, for me, and Aquaman were at the same level. Yeah. But, now, to Thor. Thor Love and Thunder with my waifu, Natalie Portman.
Oh boy.
Woo-hoo! The Princess Amidala. You don't want to talk about that?
Hold on, you said you had tea. What kind of tea are we talking here?
So, MatPat released a movie theory about the Marvel Cinematic Universe having a universe collapse. So he's predicting that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is actually going to be interwoven with the comics and the video games, or something that's like, on a separate universe too. Because he's predicting that there's this certain like darkness that's coming to the Marvel Universe and it's destroying worlds and it's coming after everything Marvel related, like for a fat reset button, everything Marvel.
So so basically it's just another Marvel reboot.
Yes. And he connects it all with Thor because he was basing some of his source material through the Thor comic books. Because the Thor comic books was talking about how an old version of Thor was a survivor from his universe of this thing called, I think it's called the Darkness. So I might be botching that. So once we edit it and I'll go back into the video, I will tell our editor what the real name of it is if I'm doing it wrong. But this darkness is something that has tried to destroy, has succeeded in destroying the old Thor's universe. This is a totally different Thor. And so when the old Thor comes to the other universe, he's trying to save the universe that we know of from this darkness. And this is like a huge thing being built up through the Thor comics, slowly predicting that it's not just going to be within the comic books.
It's going to be like the whole Marvel brand.
Yeah, the whole Marvel brand, where we're going to see things happening from the comics, the video games, the TV shows, the flipping movies. Like, everything is going to be clammed up together, and Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be intertwining all that stuff together. It's a lot.
I'm not sure if I like that idea.
Really?
No, because one thing that I appreciate about the MCU, though it's surpassed the comics, the MCU is its own separate thing.
Yeah.
Because if you look at like Thor in the MCU, he is nothing like he is in the comics.
No way in shape or form.
So I definitely liked the MCU. I would. Okay, no. This is kind of a sticky wicket now, because what I love to see Spider-Man PS4 even a little bit in the MCU. Yes,
he might not be in there. It's just like the whole thing going on is that there's something coming and it's big and it's really, really going to fuck up everyone's drive.
On the one hand, would I want like this super connected Marvel just... Sure, maybe,
because
possibly.
The producers or the directors of Marvel MCU has said if when they bring back the Avengers, it's going to be huge, bigger than the Infinity Saga, bigger than Endgame. So, like, this is going to be, like, catastrophic big.
I don't know how they can top that.
Neither can I, but they're saying it from,
like,
everything that they know that it's going to be huge.
I don't know how they can top Endgame. I don't know how they can top the original Avengers, because that was just iconic.
Oh, yeah, the original Avengers was to start off as something amazing.
Yeah.
What started off our childhood. And something to top off Endgame, with all that, like, time, commitment, connection, and...
No, Endgame was like the perfect ending,
know.
So I don't ever see how they could top that.
I don't know either, but what they're saying and what they're trying to do with this next phase and the upcoming phases, they're gonna want to make something.
I know they want to go bigger, but
yeah. But whatever's happening is that they're trying to mix in the other universes with the MCU. Like, the MCU is being more like Marvel Comics, and we don't even realize it. Because Matt Pat goes on to saying, like, with them being more like Marvel Comics, like, you have all these movies in chronological order for the viewers to watch and have entertainment in, and to connect in something bigger and something much more, not unanimous, what's a better word, but just like it's all connected, interwoven to one big picture that we are coming into great terms with.
Yeah.
So they're trying to achieve what they did in the last 3 phases with these upcoming 4, 5, and I don't know, are they doing this phase 6?
I don't know.
But we know they're doing 4 and 5, so those 2 phases right there with these upcoming movies. But still, I think it's going to be pretty interesting and see what they're going to want to do.
It'll definitely be interesting.
But, yeah.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. So, I'm at the end of my road for things happening this week. Just like a little bit of a trailer of what's happening for next week. Are you pretty excited for what's going to happen? Yeah.
We got some big stuff coming next week.
We got a lot of big stuff coming next week. I'm so excited. So excited. How far are we coming along?
We are an hour and 3 minutes, but like, you know what? We haven't even talked about Mando.
I haven't finished. I was 15 minutes in.
No, we can trail on for a bit longer, but.
Oh, okay.
So Mandalorian episode 2.
Yeah. Don't spoil the ending because I have not.
Wait, you still haven't finished it?
No, I was still 15 minutes in.
Oh, never mind then.
But I mean, is the ending that bad?
What? No, it's not bad.
Is the ending that crazy though?
No. Just.
I have gotten past the Arctic spiders.
No, all I have to say is, this is like probably the most episodic part of Mandalorian season 2.
Episodic part.
If you take this episode out, it changes nothing.
Oh. So it's just like a filler. Almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Just all I have to say is Baby Yoda is a fucking murderer.
No, Baby Yoda is a savage, bro. Like, he's not tried to eat in those eggs but once. He tried to do it 4 freaking times.
Well, tried. He did.
Oh, he succeeded.
Like, and the mother didn't notice, like, hey, I have 40 less eggs now.
Right? And also, when he got pissed off, when Mando was like, no, don't eat that. He goes over to the other eggs, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna eat this.
No, that made my skin crawl. Just,
Dude, he eats anything.
No, just the spiders. Like, it's...
I don't know. Those spiders was something else. That thing was crazy.
That thing was freaky.
Like, seeing that junk going down, I was like, oh, shit. Are they going to die here? I mean, they can't because, like, they got to keep on going for the next 10 episodes.
Give or take.
Give or take. But, yeah, they kind of screwed. And I did... Like, I do agree with you with the whole thing going on with them being at a fillerish type of deal. Because, you know, they had a lot of stuff that they were riding on. But I think it was a good idea to just, like, you know, let this ride. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of things were going up and up and up for this episode, from last episode. So, I think it was a good strategic decision to have, like, a creative, like, you know, break. For
like
all,
a little
like,
break.
Yeah. So, just, like, do something that's easy, something that's fun and great to watch. And somewhat amplifies the story. Because they brought into those rebels in the New Republic. So I like that and what they were trying to do with that. So I think that was good.
Although what I was expecting, like one of the rebels referred to him as Wolf. I'm like, is that a clone?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
No,
Wolf.
No, they weren't clones, but
no.
Like I think one of them was Carson. Like they were called Carson Wolf. Are they clones? I'm like, nah.
No.
No, and then like a frame later, like, oh, they're not clones.
Yeah, like those clones are long gone. Wolf especially, because Wolf Did he die?
Didn't Wolf die in Order?
I think Wolf died.
Didn't Wolf die in Order 66? Like, didn't Ahsoka bury him? No, that was Jesse.
Yeah, that was Jesse.
Huh. No, I was about to make myself really sad, but...
Oh, man. Domino Squad. The real boys.
Wolf wasn't Domino.
No, not Wolf, but...
No, yeah, the Domino Squad.
Domino Squad.
Those were the boys.
And Domino... Oh, I don't know what Wolf was a part of.
Wolf, all the clones we remember, they were all 501st. Mm-hmm. That was all Anakin's division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Because you have Rex. And then Cody was in Obi-Wan's division.
We don't talk about Cody.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think they mentioned Cody once before.
In Mando?
Yeah, I could have sworn I heard something about Cody in there. I might have to rewatch it. Because I remember some semblance of Cody being there or something that has to do with Cody. I don't know. But either way. What? Oh no. Oh God. These movies.
I'll spare you guys from the election memes.
Yeah, it's just I really don't want to get anything political because that's really what's all been happening this week. But y'all did your votes. As long as y'all voted, you used your American rights. That's all I can say. Just don't want to talk about anything politics-wise.
We are overtime. So
we are overtime?
Yeah.
Nice.
So here's a little preview for what's happening next week.
Sweet.
Borderlands 3 Season 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah.
That is Warzone, right?
Yeah. No, it's not Warzone. It's Cold War.
Oh boy. Oh baby.
This is the return of the boys, the best Call of Duty franchise, if I have to say so myself. Black Ops. Let's get it.
And the PS5 and the next gen consoles are releasing.
Yeah. Oh, and also just saying, if you guys are trying to go to stores, like in store to get your PS5, good luck.
Y'all need to chill.
Good luck, because you're not gonna get them because retail stores are not opening like they're not gonna sell them in person. You're allowed to pick up your PS5 pre-orders at the retail stores,
but they're not selling them in store.
Yeah, because COVID and they're trying to be safe.
Yeah. And
especially now because people are going buck wild today. So if y'all crazy for that, PS5 is going to be just like that. Oh, because, a lot of people waiting in line and they don't want that at their retail stores.
I can see it now. The GameStop police getting a shotgun. All right, single file, one at a time. Here we go.
So if you're trying to get a PS5, you might as well try and see if you can cop another pre-order if there is one still.
No, they're not doing pre-orders anymore.
Is they're not? Okay, then you just got to find a way to get them on release day. Hopefully.
Pre-orders 4 days before release?
No. Not even pre-orders, just like getting them on release day. But good luck with that because you're gonna get the same old thing with having with pre-order.
No, I think a few people have already gotten them early.
Oh yeah, PS5 was also sent to IGN. I still need to watch the Beyond video for the PS5 review because they got their hands on it. So I need to watch that. But just want to give you guys a warning. If you're trying to get your PS5 in store, you're not gonna get it.
You're not gonna get one.
Because they will make you turn your ass back around and put your tail between your legs. Because
that ain't it.
That ain't it, Chief. They ain't gonna do it for you.
All right.
Alrighty.
You got anything to plug before we go?
Yup. The single is coming to its final steps. It's going to be into the mastering process. So that's great. The remix is about 55% done with the remix. But the single that I promised you guys a month ago, yeah, that's in its mastering process right now.
Where's the EP you promised us in 2019?
Man, fuck the EP. I promised y'all way too much. I've been getting my shits all whacked and jacked and shit. I need to figure out myself first. Let me get things one at a time and I'll get y'all your EP. Shit. But it's coming though. Don't worry, honey boo boo child. It's coming. It's coming.
Do you promise?
Patient. So be patient.
All right, bye.